So in this video, we're going to talk about the 3D tools that come with Adobe Illustrator. They can be found under the Effect menu, 3D. You have three options: extrude and bevel, revolve, and rotate. So we're going to go over those. We're going to start with this word here. We're going to select it, go to Effect, 3D, and we're going to start with the first one, extrude and bevel. And you see, if you have the preview button clicked on, it puts the item you have selected into 3D. And there's some settings here. You get this widget here that you can click and drag and get it to the angle you want, or you can type in exact angles if you know what they are. So if you did 0, 0, 0, it'd be straight on. Then you can adjust it a little bit. If you want it to be a specific angle. Or you just click the widget. Now the extrusion depth, that is how far it is on the side, how far back it goes. So if I make this deeper, you see it gets longer. And then the bevel is the edge of where the extrusion and the front face meet. So if you want it to be rounded, you could do rounded, and it looks a little weird, but it gives it a rounded edge. So I'm going to keep it on none for now. And as we keep moving down, you have a button that says more options. And this gives you all your lighting options. So you can change your light source so the light's hitting it in a different spot. And you can add light sources by clicking the plus sign. So if you want it to be lit from the bottom and the top, you can do that. And then you can adjust all the intensity of the light on the side here. And also you can add perspective. So as it's being extruded, you can make it start to disappear based on perspective. You see it gets smaller, so it looks a little better. Now, if you don't want those sides to be blue, you can give your letters a stroke. So I'm going to get out of here, hit OK, and give it a stroke of green, and you see it changes that extrusion color. And if you want to go back in afterwards and adjust this, you wouldn't go back to Effect 3D. You go to your Appearance panel, and you'll see 3D extrusion here. And you can click on the link, and you can adjust your 3D effect. So that is extrude and bevel. And now we're going to move on to the next one, which is revolve. Revolve lets you put things into a circle, basically. It revolves it. So kind of is making this look like a donut, kind of, except the hole is a little small, so we're going to offset this a little bit. And you'll see it makes like a ring or a donut shape. So it's just revolving that circle to make this shape. And it has the same widget, and you can tell it how far to revolve it with this little slider if you didn't want to go all the way around. It's kind of cool. And this 3D effect is a little tough on the computer, so it takes a minute to redraw everything. And you got some of the same settings we already looked at. You can change the edge of the revolve as well. Let's see. You got your lighting settings. Everything else is basically the same. So that's revolve. So let's do another one. So say you want to make a sphere. we'd need to cut this circle in half using Pathfinder. Now I'm going to revolve this. Effect, 3D, revolve. And it makes a little sphere. Now if I change the edge to the right edge, it would make like a cylinder because it's revolving it on this edge right here. But we want it to be a sphere. Now, what if you wanted to make like a globe or something? You want to wrap some artwork around that. That's what we're going to do next. So we're going to hit OK. We're going to make some artwork to wrap around it. I'm going to make a rectangle and go to Object, Path, split into grid. And I want to make some columns. Hit OK. I'm going to make each one of these boxes a different color. Oop. Make sure you're on the fill. Get rid of this stroke. And in order to wrap artwork on a 3D object, it has to be a symbol. So I'm going to grab my symbols panel. And I'm going to put a rectangle across the top here that's white. Now, I'm going to make this shape a symbol. Now I'm going to go back to my globe here, make it a little bigger on my ball. And I'm going to go to Appearance, go back to 3D Settings. And we're going to use this Map Art button. So I'm going to click Map Art. And this gives kind of a cross-section of the ball if you were to like cut it and lay it flat. And here's our symbol drop down. I'm going to go down to my new symbol. And you see, if we stretch this out, we want to scale to fit. Hit OK. Hit OK. And for some reason it's not working. So let me go back in there, see what's going on. Maybe it's because we have that stroke on here. Let me get rid of the stroke. There we go. So I want to revolve it. So we're making like a beach ball. And now I'm going to do some shading here. I'm going to do diffuse shading. See how that looks? Plastic shading. I don't see the shading happening, but so that's how you'd map art on a 3D object. And that's it.